I think one of the worst feelings possible is getting cheated on. I just graduated high school, got a job at the mall, and started going to community college. So I was already really drugging a lot. Now my girlfriend at the time, we'll name her Carly. We had your typical teen relationship. Break up, get back together, break up, get back together. So it was already sort of wishy-washy. Now Carly had just been promoted to a manager in the store, so she could hire whoever she wanted to. With this newfound power, Carly ended up hiring a guy named Trey. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you, I just moved her into her new apartment. Emphasis, I moved her in. This is gonna make sense later down the road. So my girl hires someone new, no biggie. So a few weeks go by and then she's telling me on the phone how Trey keeps saying, oh, he would do stuff to her, how he would treat her better. So I do what every other team would do, and I tell her, all right, after I get off, I'm gonna go fight the nigga. Of course, she says,
no, don't worry about it. He's just a friend. You have nothing to worry about.
First red flag. So after arguing for about another day, I calm down and I go on about my day thinking everything's all good. Or so I thought. Ever since that day, Carla would be telling me how every day after work, Trey was always trying to take her out to smoke, and I tell her, mira more, this isn't the Pythagorean theorem. This nigga wants you. So a few days passed, and I'm telling my boy what's happening, and he asked,
yo, what time does he usually get off?
Wait, why?
Don't ask questions, nigga.
So I go on to ask my girl to send me her schedule. So the people were asking, how did I know what time he gets off? My girl would write everyone's time, when to come in, and get off on a schedule card. So I looked for Trey's name, and it said 9. So I came back to my boy, and I told him 9 a.m. He said,
oh, okay. Just curious. Just wanted to know.
Now my girl had a set routine. Every day after work, she would usually call me or I would come to her apartment, most of the time. A couple of days go by where Carly really isn't calling me as often after work, and I'm not really going to there, but I just brush it aside thinking she's probably just busy with work, until she sends me one particular Snapchat. Now Snapchat was still really popular at the time, and we would send streaks every day. So I got this one streak of her room, and beside her TV was an Xbox One. This little observation is the breaking point. I'm mad as fuck at this point. Every alert in my brain is going off because I know my girl doesn't play video games. So I call her screaming on the phone, so you let this nigga come in your apartment and set up his Xbox, nigga? The audacity. So this nigga is that comfortable? She says,
babe, you're overreacting. It's just my brother's Xbox.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. Second red flag. Now the next day goes by and I get another weird streak that has a dog in it. And me being me, I'm like, whose dog is that? She says, oh, it's just my roommate's dog. Chat. I know her roommates don't like pets, but I just brush it aside again. Third red flag. The next day goes by, I called and texted her and she didn't return any of my calls for the whole day. So I started thinking of the worst possible scenario. Then she finally called me, and can you guess what my girl said next?
Don't say anything, just listen. I went out with Trey and everybody. We got a little drunk and I kissed him.
Now you're probably thinking I'm gonna get mad as fuck, but I don't. I'm over here thinking she's literally lying to me. She has to be, because how could you do this to me? Even after all that she had done, she started crying, telling me how bad she feels and how much of a bad person she is. And I'm not gonna lie, she got me. I caved in. I even caved in so hard, I even left my house to go get her some food. And after all that, Carly looks me dead in my eye and says,
I don't think we should be together anymore. I'm gonna try to be with Trey.
At this point, I'm begging, no to me no more. We can work this out. I just want to be with you. I can only see myself with you. Not knowing there's still tons of girls out there who want to be with me. But you think it's bad now? Oh no. It gets worse. For days and days, I'm sending her paragraphs on top of paragraphs. You would have thought I was New York's first best-selling author what I was writing. In a desperate attempt, I even asked her to marry me. Oh, and to make matters worse, she moved that nigga in. That was his Xbox. That was his dog. And even after lying straight to my face again and again, I was still trying to take her back. So after days of begging Carla to let me see her, I finally get a yes. So it's about 8 o'clock, she pulls up to my house, but she steps out on the passenger side. And the nigga Trey comes out of the driver's side. I kid you not, this nigga literally looks just like me. You can literally control C me, then control V, and then you have him. But this nigga had a high top fade. Baby, go, the nigga with a high top fade. It wasn't even a fade, the sides were bald. But I digress. In that final meeting, she ends up telling me,
hey, I just wanted to let you know in person, me and you are not a thing anymore. I'm gonna go be with him.
and after that she left, so I called the homie David and I told him everything.
I knew this was going to happen. Well, you know what we gotta do, right? We gotta go jump him after work. Alright, let's keep masking everything. We're brothers for life, man.
Hell yeah. We set a date and a time, got most of it planned out, but after I got off the phone, I'm contemplating whether or not I really should do this. Fuck it, I'ma do it. So the day comes along, David's supposed to be here at 9. As 9 p.m. sets closer, I start thinking, what if he calls the cops? But screw it, if David shows up, I'm going. If not, oh well. David never shows up. So Trey, you got really lucky, nigga. You were about to get a knuckle sandwich. But believe it or not, Trey and my girl got together, and after about a year, they broke up. And guess who she came calling back to? Me. And she even dared to ask me on a date. And you know what I did? I spun back. But this time, I had a revenge plan. But that's for another story. And before y'all get in the comments and be like, oh, this guy's a simp, man. He's a bitch. Shut up. It happens to all of us, all right? You know damn well you was simping for that one girl, begging for her to come back. And if not, then suck a dick, man. But hey, if y'all like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Just do it right now. Just tap it before I tap you. All right, goodbye.